Where did you hear that, Possum?
$100.
500. That guy sounds like a machine in a Vegas casino. Working on auto sets to go onto Facebook, not let it open reg until it's ready. Wow. You scumbag.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Alpha Sierra Whiskey.
Definitely trying to put me off. This time we'll have to use our imagination. 50, 40, 30, 20, retard. Captain Flynn, I'm going to fix that by... I think I can fix that by having specific bits, right? So rather than have a name tag, I could make it so that, you know... hang on. Going left here. 1 second. Stand by. Lane. Yeah, we'll go left. I could make it so that, for example, you know, 204 bits causes that sound. 205 causes another sound. That kind of thing. It masked the word retard. Oh my god. This bot is a bit weird. Definitely got some tweaking to do. But yeah, we're taking all the feedback. We're making a note of it all. I'll try and get it fixed in the week. How do you resume a flight in On Air if the game crashes? What you have to do is set the flight up again in Microsoft Flight Sim and then like advance yourself forward, slew so that you're pretty close to where you were. You can look at On Air for that because when you're slewing around, you can see the plane in On Air. Try and get back to where it thinks you are, and then hit start tracking, unslew, and it will continue. Yeah, that should work. I've done it a few times. I think we can turn right and go this way. You can press position aircraft in sim in On Air and it automatically teleports you to the correct position. It will. You have to be careful though, because you have to set the plane up so you know where it's going. And, you know, make sure you've got the engines on and stuff. I think this is the car park by the look of it. It's a bit weird. Pito's coming off, anti-ice is coming off.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in On Air company.
Chat seems different. The chat is different. See, I could make the font on the chat a little bit bigger, but you take up more lines if you do that. So it's a balance, right? I think I might bounce the sim at this point and then bring in that mod for the Kinga. Let's do that. The top line of chat is slightly cut off and it triggers me. Oh boy. Right, community, Kinga mod. That should do it. Let me see if I can fix your triggeredness. If we do that. It's almost impossible to get it exactly right. You see, there's always like one, like there's always something that gets cut off. That's about as good as I can make it, I think. Because, like, yeah, I mean, emotes and other things cause slight height differences, and the bottom of an emote sometimes shows. I mean, at least the text is not cutting off, but if somebody puts an emote, you'll sometimes see the bottom of an emote on the top line. No, you can't please everyone. Box, 1 second. So that font is, I think, 16. The next one up from that is 18. There you go. So when you chat now, that'll actually be in a slightly bigger font. Come on, say something. There we go. You see how that's getting cut off differently again now? Because I changed the size of the font. So is that easier to read or what? Is that better or worse? Some text will always get cut off. Yep. If we do that. Maybe like that. Smaller was better, but also it might be the font for some people. Well, we could roll with that. It depends how hard it was to read on a different. If you're watching on a low resolution, that's the thing. You don't think it needs to be that big. A font with more horizontal spacing would do more. Well, that was my thought. It's much easier, but the name colors on the changing background can be hard to read. Yeah, there's not a lot I can do about the name colors. It gives you no control over that, unfortunately. So, I mean, that is just something that I can't change. You know, it decides what color it's going to put on text on people's names. You know, that's one of the things that you lose when you go, you know, away from a custom solution. Totally not Callum 1. Thank you very much for subbing. Can you change the background to the gray color that Twitch uses for dark mode? I could put a dark background in, but I think if you look at some of the name colors it chooses, they're actually quite dark, and even on a gray color, it wouldn't stand out.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Yeah, but I don't think Twitch chat does the same color picking as Streamlabs does. That's what I'm saying. Good morning, Cowboy Boy. How you doing? Right, let's get set up for the next flight. Right, it's starting to get serious now. So we're currently in ASW. Okay, that's the SIM connecting. Right, so we've got to fly from ASW up to BEH to get some more stuff. So we've got to get another £2,000 of BEH. This is going to get interesting. Mr. Rhodey, Paul, do you use manuals to learn aircraft systems or go about learning another way? A bit of both, I'd say, Rhodey. Like, it depends on what the plane is. Like, I'm not familiar with every plane, so if I don't know some stuff, I might go and look online for some help or read a manual. It depends how technical we're getting. Like, if we're doing takeoff distances, I have to look at manuals, right? If we're just doing stuff like how to do RNAV approaches, then you can pretty much figure a lot of things out because a lot of these systems aren't too dissimilar. It tends to be specifics for aircraft where you need to look at manuals. That bit's pop-up disappeared fast. It should have been there for 20 seconds. How long was it there for? All right, so we're going to go up to KBEH. But the thing is, Roddy, there's not, not everybody likes reading manuals or likes hunting for stuff online or, which is why I make videos to try and. Some people just don't like reading a manual. They'd rather watch a video. They'd rather, the classic phrase, I don't read instruction books. I'd rather somebody just show me. It's that thing. It's that whole concept. Some people learn better by somebody showing them. But sometimes you do have to look at manuals just to get the hard facts, like the numbers and stuff. Right, let's see. If there's any approaching to BEH. Best wind is the visual onto 1-4. 1-4? Wow. We need to see what the wind is actually doing. Landing on 1-4 could be kind of interesting. Wind is from the south. We could actually land on 1-0 as well, with a slight crosswind. But it's no biggie. So we could do that, for example, if Microsoft Flight Sim allows it. Stig 101, thank you for 17 months. After taking a break, you notice a big change in the LOD distance since I'm only flying VFR. It's incredibly irritating. I wonder if anyone knows something about it. The LOD distance? That's probably a graphics setting more than anything. All right, so when we get to BH, we've got to pick up another 2,000 pounds of stuff, which could get interesting, but I think we can do it. Look, 2,000 pounds will give us 17.3. That's way over, rip. We might be chucking some fuel when we get to B. I thought we'd have burned a bit more fuel by now. When we get to BH, we might have to dump a little bit of fuel to take everything else on. We're selling fuel for nothing. Wow, nearly 2 minutes loading time. Jeez. LOD is like how far you can see. The pop-up is about 15 seconds plus whatever it takes to show up and disappear. So it's about 20 in total, but not so with bits. Interesting. Interesting. It should be the same.
Welcome back, Nutter.
1 second. Bits. Oh, it's, yeah, you're right. It's not, it was on 7. That's weird. Right, it's on 20 seconds for bits now, which I can test. I should stay on for 20 seconds. And donations is 20 seconds as well, so yeah. DP1 Gaming, thank you 30. It should be okay now. I don't know why it was only on 7. Flight conditions live, departure airport. Okay. ASW. Ramp 28 would be nice. Fuel box, so we'll go 27. I'm trying to put us near 09. It's not having it though. Ramp 14. I'll do. 5, good, fly. You kind of miss Warsaw. I don't think I've ever been to Warsaw, actually. The test one disappeared fast as well, Captain Flint. It shouldn't have done. I literally set it to 20 seconds. Yeah, 20 seconds for the entire animation, so it should, like, come on and then display the message, which should probably stay about 15. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. What the heck, man? Literally just fixed this. Okay, it is set to 20 seconds, so let me try refreshing the page. In case it's that. And then I'll run a test again. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That's better. There you go. It's fixed. So it seems I had to refresh the page in OBS. That's what caused it. Counting with Squirrel. Hey, don't get me started. I used to watch Sesame Street. Does anyone remember the Count? The Count was like one of the best characters in Sesame Street. One. I used to love the Count. He'd just go into a shop and, like, he'd order some loaves, and the baker would, like, there's 1 loaf, there's 2 loaf, and he'd just start going, one loaf. And the baker was like, really? It was just great. Okay, there's the pushback.
Engaging autopilot.
Okay, 4 flights is connected.
Oral warning, okay.
Wait, that was different. That voice was different. The mods changed it? I'm not having that. Hang on. Let's just turn this off a sec. That wasn't the mod. Why is it different now? KBAH, go to flight tracking. Oh, rip. I can't use the mod. I can't use the mod because On Air doesn't like it. It thinks it's a different thing. Beechcraft King Air 350i Squirrel due. Beechcraft King Air 350i Sobo. This used to work fine. Dang it. I guess we're not doing that then. No mod for us. Can you match somehow? Dude, I have no how. I have no idea how. Because what you have to mess about with this stuff, like in the mod itself. It's the livery. The mod does work for a guy in your VA. Well, if I have a choice between the livery and the mod, I'm taking the livery. So, rip mod. Well, let's put it this way. I can run fine with the Asobo plane with that livery. So why can't I run it when I put the mod in?
Welcome back, Nutter.
Why is it doing that? Why am I still getting that audio? I don't get it. There must be something on that page that's still doing its thing. I'll fix it. No, no. Well, Navarine, this is one of the reasons why I'm getting rid of it, because it's broken. It's delayed quite a lot. That would have probably been DP's sub. Battle Kettle, happy 66. Happy to be part of this community for so long. Today is a special day. I turn old at 38. Happy birthday, dude. You know, when you're like 70 years old and somebody says, oh, I'm old at 38, what do you think you'll say to them? Beastly Greg, thank you for 75 months. Japan update has landed. At least the scenery team's been busy. Was Japan not in the game? Yeah, Japan was in the game, but they basically refreshed it into a lot more detail and issued it as a free update. But you have to go to your marketplace and actually install it. It's a free install, but if you don't get the new Japan. And then you can't be big in Japan. It took you 6 minutes to load Haneda. Wow. You need an SSD. You know my my slippers, or as you guys call them, loafers or moccasins. They're basically dead. You know all that rain yesterday? You know we had all that rain yesterday. I went out from here to the house. From here to the house is like 3-4 meters or something. And did it twice and my socks were wet. I was like, what? So I looked at the bottom and there's a hole. Like there's literally a hole. And on the other one, there's a hole appearing. Like they're literally cracking open. So the inside of them is wet. So they're now next to the radiator drying off. But frankly, they're dead. Like I've not even had them for 4 or 5 months. They're just rubbish. Absolute rubbish. I got them from Next. Don't ever buy them from Next. They're absolute waste of money. So instead, I've ordered some Marks and Spencer slippers, which arrive on Monday. King Awesome, thank you for 61 months. So yeah, no more loafers for me. Your slippers have holes in it. It's a good job it's Christmas soon. Well, mine, £20 from Marks and Spencer's, the ones I'm getting. Yours fell apart from next. Yeah, I ain't getting them from there anymore. M&S. What, 20 quid? Someone's doing well. 20 quid, bro. The last ones I had from M&S lasted well over a year. And bear in mind that I use slippers a lot, like 100% of the time when I'm home. Apart from when I get in the shower. So technically 98, I guess. Or when I'm in bed. So maybe 95. But rest of the time, I have slippers on. I come home, shoes go off, slippers go on. Look, panning shots. Look at this. Socks work well. Well, right now I've got special socks on. I can actually walk outside in these socks. Forget what they were called now. I helped to kickstart these about 2 years ago. They're weird. They're like thick socks, but they have like a grippy sole on them. So you can walk around in them and not hurt your foot. They're weird. They're nice, but they're weird. Right, let's get the... There you go. See, it's fine now, even though I've got the livery. Hospitals. They're not hospital socks. Let me try and take one off and I'll show you. They're actually on top of my actual socks. There you go. They're like a slip-on thing, I guess. There you go. So that, ignore the hairs. That's the problem with these things. Is they pick up hairs. Never mind. Yeah, they're kind of like a thing with a. They're flexible, but this is like a really grippy, hard material, and you could just walk around in them. They're pretty good. I wasn't 100% sure if they're waterproof. I think they are, as long as the water doesn't land on top. So if you're walking around on a wet floor, they're fine. If it rained, the rain would come in through the top, I think. They're like diving socks. Yeah, they're kind of odd. But they'll do until I get my slippers. Yeah, Trucker J, like a couple of years ago when I found them on a Kickstarter, I ordered them. And I remember one of the mods, Tilda, she ordered some as well. She's not a mod now, but she actually ordered them as well. And I don't know how much she used hers, but you know, I bought some for the family. They never used them. I don't know why. But then they don't wear slippers either, so whatever.
Engaging autopilot.
They give you socks on Emirates long haul. Yeah, let's wait till after Corona and see how much things have changed about that. Right, so we want to go like that. Change that to FMS. Bearing pointers will have that on as well. We're going to go to Quebec. K-B-E-H. Southwest Michigan Regional. We're going to come in on the RNAV 10 via Tampass. Load that. Taxi on this airfield's a nightmare. So we're going to have to taxi this way, then all the way down there, then all the way down there, just to take off from here. It's either that or we punt out here and turn around. Like, would it have killed them to put a taxiway there? Mr. Hogster, thank you for 81 months. Disappeared quickly. Thank you for your support, Mr. Hogster. The Kickstarter was in June 2016. I've had those 4 years, Rome. Yikes. That surprises me. 4 years? You what, mate? Time flies, eh? I've got a frog in my throat. A single pair is $60 from their store. I can't remember how much they cost me, but they were nothing like that. What are they called again? Drive on the grass. Outrageous. TZ. TZ Alexander, thank you for subbing. Welcome. Skinners, that was it. Skinners. Thank you, TZ. Bumpkin with 8 months and Nicolaith with 58. You're welcome, Nicolaith. Right, let's get the engine started here. Let's get the condition levers set up. Beacon light is on. There's no helicopters yet now. You start the flight. Yep.
Your flight will be monitored until you land and shut down the engines.
See? That's how you know. You can recommend glare-ups. All I can say is Eklos, have they got a back on them? Because I can't stand backless slippers. What do you use for helicopters, Kalas? DCS has got some nice choppers in it. Dub AUT 6, 50 months. Dub, do you remember when you used to have like 40,000 Dub AUT accounts?
Aye.
Aqua Vitali, thank you for $10. Supporting smooth takeoffs, I like that. Supporting smooth takeoffs. Alright, let's get the pitot heat on. It is 10 Celsius outside, so it's not exactly warm. Engine. No, we'll leave the anti-ice off. We'll arm the auto throttles. We'll get the windshield anti-ice on, because I'm sure that'll be needed. We'll put that into auto. After takeoff, we'll put on the engine anti-ice, I think. I'm probably going to need it. I don't know, James. You had 6 or 8 sub to me. Lentil stew. Some people did that until they brought out like the multi-month thing and the different tiers and things like that. They were just had like WT, WT2, WT3, 4, 5, 6. It was just crazy. Right, what are we doing here? Lost my track. Right, taxi lights. Everything else is good. Track hours working, that's good. Yeah, I agree, Lentil, because otherwise you had like multiple payments going out for multiple accounts. I think I'm going to backtrack. I can't be bothered taxiing all that way. I will be taking a break between the stream today, guys. We're going back to taking a break. I need to stretch my legs and stuff. I don't know how long it's going to take to get there. 81 nautical, probably not long. So we should be running up to 4 o'clock and then stopping for an hour. Mr. Zenham, I hath returned. 44 months. Welcome back, Mr. Zenham.
Approaching runway 0927.
Landing lights are on.
Runway 0927.
No dining today, Matt. Nah, I need to go back to taking a break. I stopped doing it while Microsoft Flight Sim was in its frenzy. But I really need to take that break, you know. Like, sitting here for 8 hours is not... Well, 9 hours. Is not good for my health, as it were. I should get up and move around. Plus, I think it's nice to take a mental break as well, and plus you guys can factor that in. And do, you know, do whatever you need to do. Right, V-speed 1500, FMS, altitude set 8000. What are your honor stats? I have no idea, bro. That's how much I'm good at honor. I don't even know what my stats are. Let's say mediocre to rubbish. Mr. D-Storm, 1,000 bits. I wasn't here at the beginning of the stream. Did you sort anything out with your VA? I'm flying for the VA right now, but this week has been crazy for me, so nothing has been done on the VA this week. I know some of you guys want to fly for Air Squirrel. I will accept some members in that are subs, but we're not going to be renting planes out initially. I think the problem is we have to create jobs in the VA, I believe, and that's part of the problem. Okay, what are we on here? Trim set for takeoff, flaps down, condition levers, everything's fully forward. Okay, let's do it. 80 miles, so it shouldn't take long. Power set. I don't look 21. Jeez. I want a refund on my all of Ulay. All those skincare products they told me made me look younger. That's outrageous. Oh, it's heavy with all that fuel.
Airborne time logged.
Gears coming up. I look 22. Oh, thanks. Scenery looks pretty decent around here, actually. Get the flaps up now. With the beard, you look 25. Do you have any tips on flying two propeller airplanes, Rockery? To be honest, in Microsoft Flight Sim, they're not that much of a big deal. If you go on a proper two-engine prop, they're a bit different. There's more to do. Okay, let's engage autopilot. Yaw damper on. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Numpty. 8 to 100, V speed. 1500, yaw damper on, FMS mode, autopilot. There we go. That's how you don't die when using autopilot. You're playing with no AI traffic, correct. Get rid of that. Let's zoom that out. While that's up, we're going to have a quick look at the approach into... Let's bring this over here a second. Southwest Regional RNAV coming in from Tempe, which is that the initial fix is at Zudu, and at Zudu we have to be between 2,500 and 6,000. Interesting. Why not? It has some authentic feel. Because if you're not running the AI ATC, then you've basically got these kind of uncoordinated aircraft just buzzing around. I don't really, you know, like I'd rather just wait till I'm on real ATC to do that. Mr. Twitch Sam, thank you for 13 months. Have you noticed TAA AA doesn't seem quite the same after Japan? Not noticed. I can't say I've noticed that. So I'm thinking 3,000 will do it. I mean, if you actually look, you've got 6.5 miles to get down to 2,300, so you could easily come in there at like 4,000. Which is what I might do, actually. And we're only 4,000 up, so yeah, 16 nautical will descend at. We're going to come in on 10, which means hopefully we can vacate either via the runway or via Charlie and loop back. So we'll plan to come down into 4,000 at about 16 nautical. Right, I need to get some anti-ice on here because we're about to hit some stuff. That's on. What else do we need to have on? Engine anti-ice. I might go up to 10k actually and get rid of this. Higher offline done for the year. Dude, I tried to fly this week. I tried to fly last week. And the weather each time is just... No, I have to fly, Zinam. I need to put in at least about 4 hours to keep my rating. Otherwise, I have to go through an exam. So I'm really desperately trying to go flying. Plus, I've got all the cameras. And I really want to make videos. So I'm trying to get up in the air, but the weather's not helping. The weather's not doing me any favors. I don't know, low bob. Come to Australia, the weather's great here. Just have to get used to being upside down. Yeah, and I'll probably have to get on a plane and then get quarantined when I get there for 2 weeks, you know. You flew 3 hours and did a circuit with girlfriend's son. He wants to be a pilot. Nice. Every time I book the plane for a day, like, the weather just goes, yeah, we'll see about that. Wow, this just got a bit nasty. We're in the soup. Good afternoon, Phoenix. What does On Air do about your altitude if you're at 10,000 feet?
Station ASOS is 121.55.
It is getting a bit bouncy. That's what happens when you fly through cloud. Just try and get the fuel flow down to about 60. There we go. It looks like we're going to be in the soup for a bit, unfortunately. It's not really worth climbing higher because we've not got that far to go. Stew and dumplings for dinner. Ooh, nice. We had a hot pot last week. That was nice.
Aye, 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 aye.
You get extra points for flying an IMC. That'd be great. Milan Radsnake, 31 months, and Ekalos. It's been a while since I last donated, but loving the content. The diversity is what keeps me around. The gorgeous Granny and Mafia 2 to flying across the skies. Also, the Glerups have 3 versions of their slipper: a backless, normal, and a low boot. It would be a normal for me. I've never heard of Glerups though. Let me have a look. Glerup. Oh, okay. So they're Danish by the look of it. These are what you mean? The boot, the shoe, the slip-on. See, I don't like them. I don't like backless. Ladies and gents, shoe with leather sole. Slip-on with leather sole. Is the slip-on equivalent to the slipper? Is that what they call it? Slip-on. Slip-on with leather sole, natural sole, honey, black. All slip-ons. Jeez, how much? Wow. What does petrol look like? That's pricey, man. It's not showing me pictures. Yeah, I can't be doing without a heel. So that's not for me. The slip-on is backless. I guess that's why it's different to a slipper then. Go with shoe. Okay. I don't know, website's dead. How long did it last though, Ekalos? Because that's like 70 euros is a lot. GCFC John, thank you for 49 months. We're going to have to descend shortly, aren't we? What did we say? 3,000, I think. Or was it 4? I think 4. I think it was 4. 4 will do. Think again, firefighter. To be honest, it'd be nice to get back under these clouds. You had yours for 4 years, now waiting on new ones. 4 years is not bad. If I had to buy a new pair every year for £20 each, I'd be doing about the same, but they don't tend to last a year. Can we shop for a new winter coat next? Nice. That looks kind of cool. Livery is spot on for this plane. Yeah, I like it. Looks really nice. They say your Dropbox has blocked all my shared links, and they won't tell me why. I think there's been too many downloads, and they've got really upset. Yeah, where is Sir Blackie? I want him to do the TBM. The thing is, Navarine, they didn't even tell me they'd done it. That's the most the most frustrating thing for me is I'm paying money to Dropbox for the service, right? And they didn't tell me they'd block the links. I had to find out. And then it won't let me create new ones. It won't let me share the existing ones. And when I sent a support ticket email in to say what's going on, I got a reply back that basically said, it can be this reason, this reason, this reason, this reason, but we're not going to tell you which one it is. It's like, well, great. That's really helpful. Thank you, DK. So I've emailed them back and said, well, you're not being very helpful at all. Can you unblock my stuff and tell me why you've done it? And next thing I'm going to do is remind them that I'm paying for it. And then after that, it's like, well, I'm going somewhere else now. Have a nice day. Darth Tater, thank you for 35 months. Well, I'm using my OneDrive account at the moment, so I'm just sharing it out from that. So we'll see how that gets on. I mean, I can use Google, I can use Dropbox, and I can use OneDrive. Like, I'm okay with them having policies, but they're basically saying that, you know, there's no way I've downloaded more than 200 gig in a day. The files are like 30 kilobytes or something, so it's not that. It doesn't contain any content that could be DCMA'd, so it's not that. So it can only be the number of downloads, which I can't imagine, you know, it's beyond hundreds. It just doesn't make sense. If you switch to pCloud, you get 500 gig for $175 for life. You can share links, same as Dropbox. It also puts a local drive on your machine. pCloud. Well, 500 gig is not enough for me, but you see, I'm more concerned about, you know, where do they put that data and how's it secured? Because, you know, I put sensitive stuff in there, like company contracts and things like that. And I don't want it going in the wrong hands. I want it encrypted and secure. Wow, that's a low ceiling. Look at that. Amazon S3. Yeah. All I'm trying to do is share out a track IR profile and a livery. I ain't using my own NAS. No way. They do have what they call unbreakable military-grade encryption. Military grade means cheapest thing that'll barely work. I love it. With pCloud, then send you all the weekly, monthly stats for download traffic, etc. Oh, that would be handy. Dropbox don't do that. How much is it for more space, though? And why is it for life? They can't possibly guarantee that for life. I just can't see how they could guarantee... You know, you might live for 60 years and they've got to allow your stuff to be in the cloud for life. That seems insane to me. You've been playing on Earth for a while. What's your thoughts on versus FS economy? Pav, I'm not making any permanent switch. I'm enjoying both, I think. They're very different beasts, you know. €350 for life 2 terabytes. I'm confused. I just don't see how a company could promise that. Right, so we need to be down at 2300 by Adi. MDA's 1100. BitTorrent, no. No thanks. A domestic cat's life. No, but seriously, like, taking €350 from someone and saying, I'll give you 2 terabytes of military-grade encrypted storage for life sounds implausible. Mega do 8 terabytes of storage. See, I don't know. Whenever I've used Mega, they always seem a bit... See, I like Dropbox because I like the whole cloud solution of it. I like the way it works. Like, it integrates with things quite nicely. Been on Dropbox for coming on 10 years. Yeah. I've used Dropbox for years, and, you know, I like it. I like the way it works. I suppose it will harm. No, get it. Let's go manual, it's more fun. pCloud also have annual payments. Yeah, but if it's for life, you don't need to make any more payments, do you?
Stall.
Nowhere near stall, bro. Welcome, comic. Just fighting the King Gary at the moment. Right, looks like we've got a bit of a crosswind going on. We got blown off course there.
Mile final runway 10.
That's better. Got it back under control. I'll have to have a look at what the client 4D modding. I have to look at what the client tools are like as well. Like, I like the way Dropbox integrates into Windows, you know? And you can have, like, selective syncing, and it's just got a lot of nice things about it. We was a little bit high in profile, but we're back on track now.
Landing time logged. Landed at Kilo Bravo Echo Hotel, Southwest Michigan Reg.
Right, I'm getting used to the Kinga. I'm getting used to the Kinga now. Like, I know I've worked out that you need to sort of... Hang on. Let's get off the runway. I've worked out that you need to back off on the throttle quite a bit before the flare, because it just basically glides forever. Which is why I was floating it down the runway quite a few times. Because, like, in the Cessnas and stuff, you come in, and just before you're about to flare out, that's when you back the throttle out. But with the Kinga, then, I did it, like, at least about 100 feet off the ground. Just went full idle, and that helped me to get rid of that speed. Used Dropbox that started messing around with the no downloads for links, got very high, so made the move. That's kind of where I'm at.
Engine off time logged. End of flight, registered in on-air company.
And we're done. Sponsored cloud storage and idea. What's it called? P-Cloud. P-Cloud, best secure encrypted cloud storage. Alright, I'll have a look at it. Let's go to Honor, see what it thinks about that. Right, so right now, we should be in a situation where we are here in Southwest Michigan Regional, and we're going to take everything from here now, which is like 4 lots of items, into that and make the drop. And then we've got one more flight back out and back in again. But it should all be nice sinew around Michigan area. So that's going to be quite fun. So, yeah. And then we get paid 120 grand, of which our Squirrel will get most of it. Speaking of which, now we're out of there. I can go to Manage VA, can't I? So, what does it tell me? Member operations. See what? I have no idea what this shareholder thing is. No clue what that's all about. Current members, membership proposal. Oh, it looks like somebody's accepted a bunch in, actually. It looks like somebody's been busy. Accepting some of the subs in. Pump Master R. I don't know. I need to catch up with Sommy and see what he's done. If you want to see the back end, feel free to DM me. The back end? What, as in the tool? It's the client that I'm interested in, like how easy it is to share folders and stuff. Right, I'm going to take a break. Taking a break, guys. I should be back in 1 hour. Oh, the Windows integration got you. Yeah, I'll be back at 5. Going to go and take a break, stretch my legs, walk around. So now's a good time to go and get your snacks and stuff. And then when we get back, we're going to finish that job off. If you're a sub and you want to be an Air Squirrel, you need to post that in the flight sim chat. But I don't know what some he's done, but he's obviously accepted some. But yeah, I'll be back in an hour's time, so hopefully catch you then. If you're heading out, we'll have a great evening. I'll be back at 5 p.m. Take it easy, guys. Bye for now.